Well, we've been talking for a long time now about inflation and the prices of pretty much everything going up. And with that comes some added stress for a lot of families all across the country who are just trying to find ways to get by. And so today we're taking a moment to talk about mental health impacts of inflation specifically. Here with us again, Dr. Brad Schwall, the president and CEO of the Center for Integrative Counseling and Psychology. Thanks for being with us today, Dr. Schwall. And this is an area it seems like most people don't link with mental health.
Right. Well, there actually is research from past economic crises that shows that there is a correlation between economic crisis and mental health. Mental health also impacts the economy in that when people are dealing with mental health challenges, there is a lessened productivity. And so they are both very related. The economy, inflation impacts us at work. We have to increase workload, things that we want to do, we may not be able to do. And certainly external factors do impact our mental health.
And Dr. Schwall, we know that there's no shortage of research that shows that money issues can cause a lot of discord in a relationship at home. And we tend to think of that as the relationship, between two partners, two spouses, but that can also include the relationship with the kids. And so, what you're going through as a bill payer might very much be affecting all of the dynamics of the family.
For sure, and that's indicative of the overall problem that we all face day-to-day stresses no matter what's happening in the world and the economy. And our relationships require work and conflict resolution. And if we are having difficulty communicating or managing that conflict, you add an economic issue, challenges, bills to pay, differences perhaps in spending philosophy, that just exacerbates the conflict. And so likewise with depression or anxiety, mental illness has a biochemical component to it. And if we have a propensity to anxiety or depression, you add on to that concern and worry about finances, and it compounds the issue.
It seems like this is different, though, than the usual sorts of issues or problems that we talk about, in that this one's about money. And so, with other things that we've talked about when we've had you here on the newscast with us, Dr. Schwall, people might be inclined to go, maybe I need to go seek help now. This is one of those where they might specifically pull back from doing that because they think, well, that might involve me having to pay something, and I feel so squeezed right now that I'm worried about doing that. What do you say to somebody who's in that predicament?
Yes, that is my concern too. So the focus is on the fact that we must be well in order to function well. While that is an investment, that can help us, and that leads to the question of accessibility. Mental illness impacts the workforce, so employers must pay attention to mental health. So we need to prioritize mental health because that does impact our ability to work, our ability to problem solve as we face financial struggles. So this isn't the time to pull back. Now we have a responsibility to make mental health care accessible at a governmental level. At the center here, we take insurance so people can use their health benefits for mental health care. And so this is a time to pay attention to our mental health because it is cyclical. It all interrelates together.
And I think too, Dr. Schwall, that a lot of people think about their medical insurance, but maybe they're not even aware that their company offers mental health coverage as well, and different programs where you can actually talk to somebody and it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. So, it's definitely something to look at in your employee benefits. Last thing.